Welcome to my YouTube video about turtles, red-headed sliders, and nesting and mating. And recently we acquired 3 smaller turtles, and they decided to join my one big lonely turtle in a big tank, so they've been having a good time playing since then. And here's a little bit of the video. This is before anybody had eggs inside of them, as far as we know. They were just getting to know each other, having a good time. That's the 3 babies. Well, they seem like babies to me, and that's the big one over in the lower corner. I like to use rocks and fossils and semi-precious gems and natural plants and things like that as much as possible. But they also enjoy having some things to rest on that float. This one likes to stay down that end. I believe these 3 are the females. And one of those smaller ones is a male. Now here you can see she's getting a lot bigger and pregnant, and my cat wants more attention because she knows I'm paying attention to the turtles. That's one of my cats. And she pushes them out of the way a lot now instead of letting them ride around on her. She definitely changed shape. You can pretty much see the bumps from the eggs inside of her. She looks like a balloon. This is what they look like when they're mating sometimes. They do this like little dance. They also do that when they want to eat. Here's some more pictures of her at different angles so you can see how much she changed her shape. And I like to keep the tank as clean as possible. I usually feed them in a separate tank, or I give them small amounts of food at a time. Sometimes I skip a day if I know they didn't eat everything the day before. But they also like it to be a little bit dirty and a little mucky. If I put plants in, it gets a little bit more mucky, and they like it like that. So now I'm ready to put her into her new nesting box, which will basically just be some organic dirt and a plastic bin. This is the topsoil that I bought. It's just basically any kind of organic dirt. Doesn't have anything in it, no clay, because you gotta keep it warm and you don't want the clay to be inside the soil that will bake into the eggs. So I think they're getting excited knowing something's going on. She's so big she can hardly swim. She doesn't spend any time up on the logs anymore. I think maybe she's too heavy and she's a little bit lighter in the water. So here's the soil, and what I do is I spray it down really well. I don't want to pour water directly in, I want to spray it. So we're not looking for mud, we just want it wet. So just completely saturate the soil. Just saturate the entire area, including the sides as well as possible. Now we're going to put her right in the box. Let her just relax in there and start getting used to it. Maybe for about 2 hours. Wet it down one more time. I do it about every 15 minutes before I put her in there. So now she's in the box and relaxing. And everybody else is happy. And I'm just going to leave her there. Put the cover on about 3/4 of the way. I don't want to, of course, close it up all the way. She won't have any air. I'm going to check on her, keep an eye on her. In a few minutes I'll be able to see through the box when the water all dissipates. So now I could just sit here and watch her. See if she moves around at all. And I don't want to leave her unattended, of course, because the cover's open. But I do want to check on her every once in a while and see how the soil looks and see if she's getting dry or if she's laying any eggs. Don't expect her to do it right away. Give her a chance to relax and get to know the place a little. It might take a few days. Now she starts trying to climb out of there. She's checking out her friends. She wants to say hi. I'm not going to let it fall out. My cat's not going to let it fall out either. This is another cat. I have a knife there, ready to put a hole in the top if I need to for air. I need to close it up. But the cat's keeping a good eye on her, making sure she don't get out of control. I think she just wants to see her friends. So I left her alone so that she felt like the space was hers, and I didn't push her back in or anything. My cat's a little nervous. Now she looks a little dry, so I'm going to spray her. It's been about 15-20 minutes. I turned her around and sat her down so she could relax a little bit. She stuck her head in the shell. And I'm just going to spray her down every once in a while and check over her. Keep a good eye on her while she's in here, and just maybe leave her in here for about 2 hours. I'll leave her alone as much as possible, but I'm going to really saturate it so she doesn't dry out again soon. Okay, so I'm checking on her again. It's been a little while. I think I left her alone for about an hour. She just stayed still, so I just left her there, and I thought maybe gravity could be what makes her go into labor and start laying eggs, because maybe she knows she's out of water. I don't know. But she had a good time. Actually, it was probably about 2 hours total. She's so big I can hardly fit her in. She's a little dirty, so maybe next time I'll have a little bowl ready to soak her in, get some of the dirt off before I throw her in the tank. But that's okay, they don't mind the dirt, and my filter's pretty good. So no eggs yet, but I'll make another video when we get them. Hope you enjoyed.